Coming up on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, Cirque du Soleil comes to the resort city, which translates into big bucks for our local economy. Plus, a new sister city partnership strengthens our international ties. And taking the library to the people. Books on the Beach program delivers free books to folks at the boardwalk. That and more coming up as we access Virginia Beach. Hello and welcome to VBTV's Access Virginia Beach, a program that informs you of news and events from around our cities and schools. I'm Peter Van Heest, and thanks for joining us. Today we start with big news from City Hall. Longtime City Manager James K. Spore surprised staff at Tuesday's council meeting with the news of his planned retirement.
He has finally decided to pull the trigger and retire.
At the helm of Virginia's largest city since 1991, Spore will retire January 1st after 24 years on the job.
Jim, I can't say enough about the great job you've done for this city.
Notable achievements during his tenure include the creation of the Lake Gaston water pipeline, town center, redevelopment of the resort area, and major expansions at the Virginia Aquarium. There's
no question in my mind that you love the city, and you have certainly made a lot of, it's going to be hard for someone to fill your shoes. Yeah. No question about it. And we're going to miss you very much. Thank you.
The City Council gave him a standing ovation. Mayor Sessoms announced that the city would hire a consultant and begin the process of hiring a new city manager. And for the first time ever, a Cirque du Soleil show is performing in the resort city. Kooza has set up shop at the Virginia Beach Convention Center, and as you can imagine, a lot of work goes into organizing a production this big. Let's take a look at the raising of the blue and yellow big top tent. Kooza is an international sensation. It premiered in Montreal, Canada back in 2007 and has traveled the globe. The show is currently running in Virginia Beach now through mid-August and is expected to make a big economic impact on the resort city and surrounding areas. Stunning, wildly entertaining, unforgettable, all adjectives that describe the Cirque du Soleil show. Kooza, that is currently performing right here in Virginia Beach.
Kooza is one of 18 shows that Cirque du Soleil currently has. It's been touring the world for the last 8 years, and it's one of the most traditional shows that Cirque du Soleil has.
Located under a big top tent in the parking lot of the Virginia Beach Convention Center, Kooza will run for 4 weeks.
Our first show is July 16th, and we go through August 16th, and we have shows basically every day but Monday. On the weekends we have 2 shows, so we average about 8 to 10 shows a week. The big top holds 2,500 people, so we expect thousands and thousands of Virginia Beach residents and tourists to come in and experience this show.
The show combines 2 circus traditions, acrobatic performance and the art of clowning. And while audience members are sure to have a good time, local businesses are also smiling.
In addition to visitors to the resort area that will come, Cirque du Soleil will occupy over 4,000 room nights in Virginia Beach and the surrounding areas for their staff, for all of their performers and technicians that come to town.
Kooza travels with 65 trucks and 115 people. The artists for the show are the best in the world. Joey Arrigo plays the trickster. He has been touring with Kooza for over a year.
I was trained as a dancer and an acrobat my whole life, and so I'll be dancing and flipping and kick, jump, turning all over the stage for the whole show, and you can't get rid of me. But as for the whole show, you'll see outstanding death-defying acrobats that still stun me to this day.
The two-act show includes high wire acts, solo trapeze, balancing on chairs, and the Wheel of Death, and so much more. Audiences of all ages will enjoy it.
I can't think of anywhere in the world that wouldn't enjoy this. It's such an amazing show.
Performances will be held every day of the week except Mondays. For more information about the show, log on to cirquedusoleil.com/Kooza. Just because it's a big top 10 and summer is upon us doesn't mean you'll be uncomfortable. The tent is air-conditioned. Go and check it out for yourself. Virginia Beach acknowledges the importance of sister city relationships for the purpose of international understanding and cultural exchanges. Now a new sister city, Olongapo, Philippines, is joining current cities of Moss, Norway, Miyazaki, Japan, and North Down County, Ireland.
Acknowledging the lifetime commitment between Virginia Beach and Olongapo for mutually beneficial citizen diplomacy and a partnership for peace.
Highlighting the visit was a charter signing ceremony in the park at Kempsville and Princess Anne Roads.
It is my privilege and my honor to honor and welcome Olongapo, Philippines as the 4th Virginia Beach sister city.
A groundbreaking for an anchor that will symbolize the sister city relationship between the two cities rounded out the ceremony. Mayors from both cities were ecstatic.
Well, it's a great pride. It's a great honor, especially there's so many Olongapo residents who are now staying here and living here. And they talk about Virginia Beach. And so when the idea came out, so I grabbed it right away. So it's now reality.
Let's also understand that our friendship is relatively new, yet it has been very fruitful. And I know that in the coming years, our relationship will continue to expand and provide all of us with opportunities for cultural and educational exchanges and economic partnerships.
One major goal was to help build Olongapo's fire safety system and enhance its 911 emergency operations. Visitors from the Philippines toured Virginia Beach's Fire Training Center, the 911 Operations Center, and the fire station at Town Center.
When the Philippine delegation that came prior to this one came to visit the city of Virginia Beach to see all the different programs that were the emergency medical system, one portion of that was the firefighter program. They really sought that to be the big area of need, as they are continuously with typhoons, mudslides, and other weather disasters.
We're scheduled to go to our motor pool, our fleet management. We're going to look at some boats.
The delegation also toured the Oceanfront, the MacArthur Memorial in Norfolk, the Port Authority, and various sister city landmarks throughout Virginia Beach.
This is just the beginning of a more fruitful and productive relationship, and that this becomes a model for other U.S. and Philippine cities to follow, so that, because it's at the community level that we can really advance Philippines-U.S. relations to make it more personal and more meaningful to the citizens.
Olongapo is a city of approximately 220,000 people on Subic Bay, with a strong naval tradition. What do you value? When it comes to city-provided services, some value water, while others say public safety is important. The city of Virginia Beach provides a multitude of services for your tax dollars, the sum of which makes the resort city a great place to live. In a new series, Access Virginia Beach highlights these quality services. Tap Water Delivers is today's topic as we check out the city's public water system.
Whether it's taking a shower, flushing the toilet, washing dishes, filling up your tub, or doing a load of laundry, one thing that you might not always think about, but is always there, is water. In 1997, after years of regulatory battles, Virginia Beach secured its long-term water supply by pumping water from the Kerr Lake Reservoir, 76 miles, to the city of Suffolk. From there, the city of Norfolk pumps it to the Moores Bridges Water Treatment Facility, where it undergoes an extensive filtering and disinfection process.
The only two alternatives that really could have survived the regulatory gauntlet was Lake Gaston and seawater desalination. And seawater desalination just had this massive carbon footprint and a very high price tag.
Since then, Virginia Beach now has the lowest water rate in the region, and the city has flourished since turning the tide became a reality.
Well, in the 1980s, it was recognized that water is a growth limiting factor in the city. You need to have water for your citizens for domestic purposes, of course, for industrial purposes, and so on and so forth. And if you don't have the water services available, you cannot, expand your services and develop your cities.
Virginia Beach's 450,000 residents use about 150 gallons of water per day, but that rate increases during the tourist season.
Typically, we don't pump more than about 45 million gallons per day, which we do right now, for example, and for the summer months. In the winter, typically we don't pump that much water because the reservoirs in Norfolk, that I showed earlier, are typically full, and we don't need all that excess water.
Keeping that water flowing is an around-the-clock job.
We have crews that work Monday through Friday. We are also a 24/7 shop, such as what you see here. We maintain and monitor all the alarms associated with the water pump station 24/7. So we'll have crews that can come out at night in emergency.
And emergencies do arise where a constant supply of fresh water is needed.
We want to make sure we have sufficient pressure and flow to fight whether it's a structural fire in a residential house or some of these larger, taller commercial buildings. And that's one of our important parameters, is to make sure that there is that sufficient water, not only to protect the structure, but the citizens and the firefighters that are putting out the fire.
Whether it's fighting a fire, swimming in the pool, or brushing your teeth, getting that fresh water to you is not an easy task.
We have a water distribution system that pipes clean water at sufficient pressure and flow to over 130,000 connections. That's about 450,000 people. It is very important for their not only consumption, showering, but also for sanitary needs such as toilet flushing. We have approximately about 1,580 miles of water distribution piping throughout Virginia Beach. It doesn't extend as far into the south part of the rural areas of Virginia Beach, but these pipes range anywhere from the age of 1924 up to we're still putting in new pipe today.
To guarantee the quality of water delivered to your tap, samples are collected daily from throughout the distribution system. Nearly 100 sampling stations located throughout the city help get the job done.
Our basic responsibility is to collect water samples in our distribution system, the people that are served by the public water system. Those samples are collected Monday through Thursday. We are obligated by the Safe Drinking Water Act to collect 180 samples a month.
This type of testing helps the city not only meet, but exceed obligations of the Environmental Protection Agency's Safe Drinking Water Act.
We can have confidence that our drinking water in the city of Virginia Beach meets all of the federal rules, regulations established by the federal government, the EPA, enforced by the state. People can have confidence in it by the fact that we do that. They can always call in, they can ask us questions about it. We can share that information. And so there's just a high degree of confidence that our city water is what it's supposed to be all the time.
For more information about our water system, you can call 385-4631 or visit vbgov.com/publicutilities.
From delivering water to delivering books, a new service brings the library to the people. Sun, surf, and fun, all great ingredients for a perfect day at the beach. A book can make the day even better, but if you forgot one, the Virginia Beach City Public Library has you covered.
We have had all this surplus of paperback books and book donations, and every library has them and we give them away. We call them honor books. So we decided at Oceanfront that we wanted to take the books to the people.
And they mean that literally. Every Monday through Thursday, staff members from the Oceanfront Library load up their bikes, pedal to the boardwalk, and hand deliver dozens of free books to tourists and locals.
Good morning, would you like a book for the beach today? They're totally free from the library. You don't need a library card, the books are free and you don't have to return them. You can take as many as you like, and we encourage it. We encourage you to take as many as you want to take.
The program is called Books on the Beach, and you can typically find them between 17th and 24th Streets. Librarians set up portable shelves at each stop filled with reading material.
John Grissom, that's good. I haven't read that one.
For vacationer Joseph Lamicella, the books were a big hit with his family.
We're on vacation here from New York City, down at Virginia Beach, and it was, we work long hours, so it was difficult. We packed really quickly, and one of the things we forgot to pack was books, because generally my kids read and I read. And so now we have ourselves some books.
I actually did finish a book reading on the beach here the other day, so it's been nice just to come lay out and read books on the beach.
The program runs Mondays and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to noon, and Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 4 to 6 p.m. through the month of August. Of course, it is weather permitting. Organizers also encourage folks to stop by the Oceanfront Library and check out their services. Organizers plan to offer this again next year with hopes of expanding the services. For more information on other fun activities at the library, just log on to vbgov.com/library. Coming up next on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, rip currents can be deadly. We'll show you how to stay safe at the beach. Plus, get ready to roar. The new dinosaur exhibit at the Virginia Aquarium is a big hit. We'll have that and more when we return.
Virginia Beach Schools Parent Connection is your one-stop for information and events which support families and promote student success. Parents, do you know that the Virginia Beach Public Libraries offers a number of fun and educational programs for your preschooler? Help to encourage a love of books and a desire to read as you continue to prepare your child for kindergarten. Think of the fun they will have joining other children at Sensory Story Time, being held Saturday, August 22nd from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. This small group story hour will integrate movement, music, and sensory play. Participants should bring an old t-shirt, since making a craft to take home is included. To learn more about these activities or to see a complete calendar of events, visit the Parent Connection page of vbschools.com.
Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Peter Van Heest. Heading to the beach? Before you slap on the sunscreen, you might want to listen up. Rip currents can occur at any beach with breaking waves and can quickly turn a relaxing day into a nightmare. Here's reporter Diana Cartwright with more.
Summertime is here, and that means fun in the sun, but it's also the time of year when rip currents rear their ugly heads.
A rip current is a channel of water that moves away from the shore. It's typically caused by breaks in the sandbar, where the sandbar becomes weak. The water comes over and has to go back out. It finds the path of least resistance and moves through that channel, and can move at really, really fast speeds.
And they can be killers. Rip currents are a potentially deadly threat, accounting for more than 80% of lifeguard rescues.
Rip currents can be very dangerous. A rip current can be stronger than an Olympic swimmer can swim against, and what causes people to get in trouble is that rip current carries people into deeper water than where they can swim, or they try to fight that current and tire themselves out to exhaustion.
I'm here to help you start my lifeguard. Grab on and swim in slowly.
If caught in a rip current, how you respond can mean the difference between life and death. Here's how to escape a rip current. Remain calm and conserve energy. Don't fight the current. Swim out of the current in a direction following the shoreline. If you're unable to swim out of the rip current, float or calmly tread water. The rip current will eventually fade. When out of the current, swim towards shore. If you're still unable to reach the shore, yell for help. Of course, it's much easier to prevent a rescue, so swimmers need to heed the warnings.
You want to be where the lifeguards are, so find that guarded beach first off. Second thing is make sure you understand the conditions, both environmentally, the ocean conditions, the weather conditions, all those things interact to make stronger rip currents.
Rip currents are not easy to spot. Choppy water, difference in water color, and breaks in the wave patterns are all clues of this major surf zone hazard.
If you see someone caught in a rip current, do not try to rescue them yourself. Many people drown while trying to save someone else. Instead, get a lifeguard or call 911. Dinosaurs roamed the earth more than 200 million years ago, way before the first human came upon the planet. To this day, mankind has been fascinated by the creatures. The Virginia Aquarium and Marine Science Center gives you the chance to get up close with these incredible creatures.
Well, we have a great dinosaur exhibit for the summer here in our Changing Exhibits Gallery. It'll be here through the end of the year, through December. And it's animatronic or robotic dinosaurs, and people may have seen these exhibits before, but they're always very exciting, particularly with the age group that is really into dinosaurs.
Featured in the exhibit are 8 dinosaur species that conquered the Earth by land, air, and sea during the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. Guests marveled at the wonder of the beasts. Logan liked the T-Rex.
Because his teeth look like bananas.
The dinosaurs are surrounded by scenes of their natural environment, but even more impressive is the realistic animatronic movements and sounds they emit. And with the new Jurassic film in the theaters, the aquarium figured the exhibit would be a hit.
When we knew that movie was coming out and we were choosing exhibits, we thought that this would be a great choice because dinosaurs would be something that would be on people's minds because of all the ads, independent of our own, about the Jurassic Park movies coming out.
And though the exhibit is exciting and adventurous for most guests, some prefer to visit the Dino Den, a scaled-back toddler version of the main exhibit.
Little kids, sometimes the movement and the noise of the animatronic dinosaurs might be a little frightening for them because you go in there, you'll see some of them do look pretty real and alive. So what we have in the back area in our conservation station is part of that space we've converted to what we're calling the Dino Den.
You know, teenagers love it, and adults, well, even they find out it's difficult to leave the exhibit.
I think as people get older, some people seem to have lost their fascination with them, but once they start to learn a little bit about dinosaurs and really maybe some of the more scientific information about fossil finds and how scientists have pieced together what we do know, that can be very interesting for adults as well.
Other components of the dinosaurs exhibit includes a remote-controlled T-Rex, a dig station, interactive fossil rubbing, and a create-your-own dinosaur. Yep, dinosaurs have indeed returned from extinction, and they're on the prowl at the aquarium until January 3rd of 2016. Additionally, if you would like to see T-Rex and his reptile friends in another dimension, you can view the movie Walking with Dinosaurs 3D in the aquarium's National Geographic 3D Theater. Did you know that July is the nation's official Parks and Recreation Month? America has been celebrating it since 1985, and this year Virginia Beach's Department of Parks and Recreation has decided to go retro with their celebration. It's an 80s throwback, and to celebrate, you can check out any of the local rec centers every Thursday in July for only $1. Don't forget your leg warmers, because you can also attend any fitness group class for only $2 every Thursday in July. And if you're more of a beachgoer, head to Little Island Park for free fishing Fridays. Finally, if you like getting your feet wet, Then come out to Munden Point Park for a kayak adventure. Rent 1 hour and get the second one free. There are 7 recreation centers located around the city and more than 265 parks. For more information on July events, log on to vbgov.com/July. Last month, thousands of parents and students from around the city made their way to the resort area to celebrate a very important milestone. The stately sounds of pomp and circumstance echoed across Virginia Beach Convention Center as the venue played host to high school graduations.
Cameron Sean Jackson.
Nearly 5,000 graduates marched across the stage to receive their hard-earned diplomas.
Please do so at this time.
And of course, VBTV was there to cover the turning of the tassels. Those wishing to order a DVD copy of the ceremony can do so by going online to vbgov.com/VBTV or sending a check to the address listed on your screen. The deadline for orders is July 31st. Videos will be mailed August 11th through the 22nd. You can also watch a streamed version of the graduations online at vbschools.com. Few cities know how to throw a party like Virginia Beach, especially when it involves fireworks. Thousands made their way to Mount Trashmore Park for the July 4th celebrations. Patriotic tunes got folks in the mood at the free, family-friendly event. Once the sun went down, the real fun started. Visitors were treated to a spectacular display of fireworks. A magical show lit up the sky with brilliant colors and patterns. There was also a show at the Oceanfront. Fireworks were launched from a barge on the water as thousands looked on from the boardwalk. And with that, we've come to the end of our show. But if you've missed something or would like to see it again, you can view this program online. Log on to vbgov.com/media. Then under the All Categories button, find and click on Access Virginia Beach. And for everyone here at VBTV, I'm Peter Van Heest, and thanks for watching.